ABC Thursdays.
Firefighters, we're family.
Station 19 is back for its final and hottest season yet.
The subject has explosive chemicals. Get down!
With fiery romances.
You're the love of my life.
And Andy is finally in charge.
I'm going to be the best damn captain the station has ever seen.
Station 19, all new Thursdays, 10/9 Central on ABC and stream on Hulu.
Pros and heroes. Gonna tell you about pros and heroes. Gonna tell you about comic books, costumes, facts, boots, and other stuff.
Welcome into Bros, Foes, and Heroes. I'm Zach, joined by the elves to my Santa Claus,
Ho, ho, howdy.
Mr. Mike.
How about that?
Ho, ho, howdy.
Ho, ho, howdy.
That's how, if you didn't know, that is apparently Santa's call here in the state of Texas.
That's right.
So you can definitely know he's coming.
We're one of the last ones that he gets to.
Yeah, so it's just like, ho, ho, howdy. He doesn't have time to be too creative. He's ready to get back to the North Pole.
And, you know, little known fact, 80% of the state leaves him cheese dip, not cookies.
Really?
Yeah, it's weird.
80%?
80%. Yeah, you wouldn't think it'd be that high.
No, I didn't think it would be that high.
Yeah.
Huh. I thought that, there'd be more people who just wouldn't leave anything. People would leave cookies.
I should have shot way lower.
But yeah, 80%
is hard to believe.
So that's
I should have said like 12.5%.
Because I'm thinking about it now, and I'm just thinking about everybody I spend Christmas with, and now giving that number.
But there's a lot of cheese dip.
Five of us are together. I don't leave cheese dip. Now I know the other four for sure do.
That's true. They all do. We are, my wife informed me that we are having a Mexican Christmas this year. So we'll be having tamales and all kinds of cool stuff.
We tend to do that every year with my wife's family.
Yeah.
They're very non-traditional, like Christmas food.
Oh, dude, I'm down for it.
And
that sounds great.
It always
to me.
seems to be Mexican cuisine, which obviously I don't mind at all. But I think we're having fajitas this year.
Ah, very cool. I don't know. I asked her yesterday. I was like, so have you decided what you're going to fix? No, I'll figure it out. Okay. But that gives me nothing to look forward to. I don't know what to...
Are y'all going to have like a big get-together at y'all's house then? Or?
Well, yeah, okay. So, number one, I'm extremely excited that I don't have to go anywhere.
Yeah.
Right? So, this is on par for Thanksgiving.
Happy holidays. I don't have to go anywhere.
That's exactly right. All the in-laws and everybody are coming to our house, and we're saying, hey, we're doing it on Christmas Eve, which is fantastic. Yeah. We're going to do lunch. People come and go, and we're done.
Oh, wow. That's nice.
You don't know how happy that makes me. Yeah.
So then Christmas Day, you don't have to do anything?
Christmas Day, I'll probably clean out the fish tank.
Oh, an actual fish tank?
Yeah.
Okay, I didn't know if you had like a metaphorical fish tank.
Yeah, it's a metaphorical fish tank in my head. No, the fish tank is in dire shape.
Oh, yeah. Like just for the people listening at home, like a Finding Nemo type situation? Or?
It is, when I left, the big sucker fish that's grown far too large for the tank was on his back, but he's still sucking at air. So I don't know, or sucking at water, I guess. But so I don't know exactly what's going on with him. The rest of the fish are gone. The tank is not in good shape. I need to scrub that sucker down.
Oh, well, I didn't mean to like ouch you for it.
Oh, no.
I was trying to make a Finding Nemo joke.
I'm a fish killer.
Oh,
that's what I do.
Mike, the fish killer.
Yeah, I've been through a million fish in my life. Oh, look at him. Never mind.
Hey, we just brought home this beta from what? Nope.
Ah, crap.
I must have shaken him too hard in the car.
I get all my fish from the fair.
Do you remember? Those aren't there anymore at all.
Oh, yeah.
For obvious reasons.
Yeah.
But I have not thought about those for years until just now. That you would go to Walmart.
Oh, yeah.
And they would have tanks with different fishes there. Mm-hmm. Like you could buy fish at Walmart.
They were so dead. There were so many dead ones in there.
Yeah.
Like there'd be a whole layer on top of just dead fish, just floating there.
It was the weirdest thing. Wow. Yeah. I've not thought about that.
It is weird to go into when I was a kid, you could go into almost any of those five and dime type places.
Yeah. It wasn't just
fish. Yeah.
I remember
TG&Y.
Yeah. I don't think Target ever had fish that I remember.
Gibson's.
But Gibson's.
Remember Gibson?
No. It's a little before my time.
Yeah. Okay.
Sorry.
That's all I got for you.
All right.
No, it was over on New Road, across from that Bushes by Waco High. You know the place? It's a big plant place now.
Yeah.
It was that was Gibson's, and it was like a TGNY or a five and dime.
I remember.
store,
I remember
whatever.
the Sack and Save.
Mm-hmm. So I can say the most hygienic grocery store on the planet, because they had giant barrels full of just nuts, and candy and stuff that people would just jam their hands into.
Yep.
Yeah.
That was over by Hobby Lobby, though, right?
And then bag your own groceries, please.
Yep. All right.
Thanks, guys.
Hope now
Let's
that
save a buck.
you've enjoyed our fish talk leading into where we used to live looked like.
Welcome to Fish Talk.
All right, let's go ahead and get into our story
let's
today.
go,
and I
man.
did, since it is, this time of year.
It's the holiday season.
Exactly. So I picked a holiday story.
Very nice.
It is from a collection.
Okay.
I could not find the comic itself to read them all, but I did find.
That's how bad it is.
Well, it's from 1991.
Okay.
It was an issue of, you know how they have the What If?
Yeah.
I'm assuming that they tried to
The Watcher, right?
be a
Is that
little.
Who's over the What If? Is it the Watcher?
I don't know.
The big dude with the big head?
Yeah,
Yeah,
but I
that's
mean,
the
like all
Watcher.
the What If stories.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But I'm saying it doesn't. Well, anyway, I think the Watcher watches all the What If.
I think
stuff
you're
or
okay.
whatever.
Yeah, I think you're right. But apparently, I'm assuming in the early 90s, they decided to be a little edgier.
Sure.
So this comes from what the?
I mean, they were competing with Pogs, Jinko jeans.
Yeah,
So,
it's just-
you had to get edgy.
This is volume 1, issue 10. As you can see, the What the
What the?
Xmas special
Ah, boy.
from
Look
1991.
at that. Look at that. Look at that tiny little Santa.
Yeah.
He's very small. And who we got on the cover there?
I
We
don't
got
know.
Red Skull in a Santa
In the
hat.
little by the price.
The place where the price is, yeah. And
Santa?
then you've got Captain America down on the bottom lifting up the whole page.
And he
going,
says-
"What the?"
Yeah, hey, this isn't entirely a Christmas issue. How come they get the whole cover? And I don't know who they
Womp
are.
womp.
It looks like
Thanks,
Clayface,
Steve.
but not Clayface. And it looks like who's that girl from X-Men that can like turn her skin super hard? Do you remember who I'm talking
I
about?
don't know, but she's in a totally white skin suit.
She has white hair.
Of course, large bosoms, because you can't draw a woman in a comic without large bosoms. White hair. I don't know, man. It's not Phoenix.
No,
It's White Lightning.
I don't know. I will tell you
don't
the
know what it
art
is.
is by John Byrne,
Ah,
or Byrne. I would assume is Byrne.
yeah, David's cousin.
Yeah. He's on a road to nowhere. So there you go. Talking Heads
I was trying to
references,
figure out
everybody.
which song you were gonna.
Yeah, that was the most recent one I listened to was
Yeah.
Road to Nowhere. So that's what I
Yeah.
was talking about. But this was a collection of different stories.
Okay, little short stories.
Yeah, little short
What the-
stories. The other ones that I'll just tell you the names of the other stories that we're not
Yeah.
going to get to,
Okay.
unfortunately, just because I couldn't find the full thing.
Mm-hmm.
There was a story called Mighty Marvel Clearance Sale.
Okay,
I don't know if that was just a clearance sale kind of ad thing.
goes into our five and dime talk.
Home Hazard Funnies. Road and Gas was the name of that.
Home Hazard Funnies Road and Gas.
Road and Gas.
Yikes.
Uh,
That is literally, we've got a hat full of words. Just pick them
Just
out.
throw them out.
Yep.
There was a story called I Hear Ya. Don't know what that one was about. There was another one called
I hear you.
Chaplain America and Chap's New Partner. Chaplain, not Captain.
Yeah.
Chaplain America and Chap's New Partner.
So it's Charlie Chaplin
Yeah.
as
This
Captain
is,
America.
This is all from the Marvel database about what was included in this. There's also
database.
what the Marvel superheroes and villains got for Christmas.
Okay.
Which would have been a cool one.
I would probably enjoy that.
Yeah,
one.
I thought so too.
Oh,
so
no,
I
not
clicked.
cold again.
So I clicked on that one to read. And then
Yeah.
there's also To Save You, Why Must I Floss? But the story we're focusing on,
To save you,
Why Must I Floss?
Fantastic.
The story that we're focusing on today,
All right, here we go.
Mike, is one called I'll Be Doom for Christmas.
So a little Doctor Doom holiday
It
special.
is a Doctor Doom holiday story. It
All
was
right.
written by Scott Lobdell, penciler, inker, and colorist for all, penciler and inkler
Pencil and Inkler.
I cannot say that, but it was John Byrne.
That's my favorite accountant firm here in town.
Penciler and Inkler.
Yeah.
Just real quick, because I opened up the synopsis of the Marvel people
what they
got
for Christmas.
Yeah, and it says, here's who's in that story. It doesn't give me a synopsis, but it tells me who's in there.
Hey, can we play a little game real quick?
Yeah.
How many of them are we talking about?
Hold on. There's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 featured characters.
Okay.
That are all heroes.
Okay.
And I will say that you will get 0 of them.
Okay. All right. I'm not going to try to guess who they are.
Oh, okay.
I'm going to suggest what they got for Christmas.
Okay.
Even though the information's not
I have
there.
no clue. And I honestly, right off the hand, I got to click on that guy. That's not real. Sorry. Okay. So we do have some antagonists that are just
superheroes
mentioned.
in your area.
The only guys that I know in this
are
Magneto, who was mentioned.
Magneto.
Kingpin's in there, apparently.
Magneto got one of those things you stick your face in with the little metal bars in it, right? That conforms to whatever you put it on. You know what I'm talking about? Like it's all made out of little metal pieces, and if you put your hand into it, it prints into it. That's what Magneto get, and he put it on his face, and it wouldn't come off.
Oh, that stinks.
Yeah.
Wow. That's going to be a different look for the character.
It stinks. It wasn't funny, but it stinks.
Well, it was just mentioned. So they were too afraid to show that.
All right, so we got Magneto. Who we got next?
Kingpin was in there.
Kingpin.
Now, these are just the antagonists. I haven't got to the featured characters, which are the ones you're not going to know any of. And I don't know them either.
Kingpin's a big guy.
Yeah.
I think he got one of those meat and cheese boxes, from Hillshire Farms.
Okay.
In the mall.
Like a charcuterie box?
Mm-hmm. A charcuterie box. Well,
does that work? Instead of a charcuterie tray?
I love that.
Can it be a charcuterie box?
What would you like for Christmas? A charcuterie box, Mommy.
Even though it does sound vaguely.
Charcuterie box.
Yeah. There you go. That's what you can call from around. So the heroes that were in that.
Yeah.
It says Professor X.
Okay.
But it's ECCHS.
Professor
Beastie.
Professor got a top hat.
Okay. Beastie.
Beastie is I guess Beast.
I don't know.
Probably. Big old comb.
Okay.
Big comb.
The pulverizer.
The pulverizer. Yeah. He walks around with a giant metal meat tenderizer.
Okay.
And he got a cleaning kit for it.
Oh, that's nice.
Yeah.
Silver Burper.
Silver Burper.
I see what they're doing now here.
So it's Silver Surfer.
Yeah.
But he's Silver Burper, and because he got several 2 liters of Diet Coke.
And then there was
I don't know.
several 2 liters of Diet Coke. The last one on there is Microchip.
Who was that?
I have no clue. I'm looking up the Silver Burper right now.
Microchip.
Um,
So he was like a computer guy. Maybe it's
he's made 11 appearances.
Silver Burper.
Yeah.
Oh boy.
What price glory? What price sanity?
Oh come on.
What price eggs on Zenlaw?
What price eggs?
That is a quote from Silver Burper. His hair, no hair at all.
Oh, we found something here. This is nice. Silver Burper.
He's from Zen. He was mutated by Galactus, so it's pretty much just like the original one.
Right.
And he has a surfboard. But it says Silver Burper joined the battle against the X-Persons and the Revengers.
X-Persons.
And the Revengers.
Do you feel like that's where we're headed with superheroes at this point? Because we can't call them men or women or whatever. We just call them X-Persons at this point.
Yeah.
Because I read a thing. Well, I read part of a thing. Well, I read the headline. But it was a story about how they're trying to rename them. Because they're called the X-Men. Yeah.
Well.
X-People.
Yeah, I guess. I don't know what else you could do.
Yeah. I don't know either.
Just call them the mutants. It's kind of like they do the new mutants.
You could just call them mutants. Yeah. Yeah, it wouldn't be bad.
So.
X-mutants?
Well, that makes it sound like they were
were mutants and now they're not.
Yeah.
Current mutants. X-people.
I don't.
All right.
I don't know.
I'm sorry. I've really taken this off the rails.
No, dude, you're totally fine. I'm just honestly thinking like, I don't know what they'll do.
Silver Burper.
Silver Burper. So in this Doctor Doom Christmas special.
Yes.
By the way, I didn't say this is from January 1st, 1991.
Okay, great.
So it came out right after the holidays of 1990.
Yeah. Now, are comic books, and I don't remember because I hadn't bought one in a very long time, are they like new cars where they come out before the actual date?
I think so, yes.
Okay.
But it's not like new cars where it's like a full year before.
Right, sure.
Or
which is a scam, by the way.
or video games. Video games do that too. If
Do
you
they?
haven't noticed. Yeah, because you're on Madden 22 right now.
Oh,
They always do the year
okay.
before.
All right. Oh, I didn't think about the sports games.
Yeah, all the sports games.
No, you're right about that. Yeah.
Yeah, so-
what about that Madden thing coming up? That all Madden show.
There's an all Madden show?
Yeah, it's going to be on like Christmas Day on Fox.
What is it?
It's just like talking about John Madden and people like recanting their memories about John Madden.
That'd be
and stuff.
okay.
Yeah, it'd be kind of cool.
I like that.
Has nothing to do with comic books.
No,
but
not at all.
John
but,
Madden.
Quick sports break.
Boom.
I always liked John Madden.
I did too.
And obviously all I know him from I knew he was a coach and basically all the games, but he was also on TV as a color commentator.
Oh yeah, forever.
So I knew John Madden, the color commentator, way before I knew
He was a Fox
about-
guy.
Yeah. He and Summerall,
Yeah.
which were my favorite
Oh
duo.
yeah. Those two were fantastic together. And John always did the Thanksgiving Day game.
Yes.
And so he would hand out the turkey with all the legs and all that stuff to the winner.
I was lucky enough.
And then friggin' Fox decided to mutate it, and somebody else came on, like it was Aikman and somebody else or whatever, and they would give away like, oh, here's a turkey with 6 legs or something. Shut up.
What?
It's dumb.
There's a reason.
Stop
why
it, Fox.
Yeah. But I do.
You got that dancing robot. Quit it.
The giant robot?
Yeah. The Fox football robot.
Yeah. Have you ever noticed that the Fox theme though is the same as
Da-da-dun, da-da-dun.
it's a Christmas song though.
Is it?
Yeah, it has the same beat to it.
Oh, maybe.
Dang it! I thought of it the other day.
I just remember the robot spiking the ball and stuff. And then one of our kids came home one time and he had bought the robot.
Oh, it's dashing through this. It's Jingle Bells, isn't it?
Maybe
Hold
so.
on.
Now,
It's when you get into the.
we
it's kind of-
record this on Sunday morning, so now when I watch football this afternoon, I'm going to be like,
Just listen.
yeah.
You're gonna know. There's one of
Yeah.
the. I can't remember which one it is. All right, so back to our.
Dr. Doom.
Yeah, Doctor Doom. So basically.
This is how you take a short story and make it way longer.
Oh yeah. Hope you enjoy it.
Merry Christmas.
So Doctor Doom's hanging out in his castle in Latvia.
Sure. Latvia.
Isn't that where he's from?
Is that where he's from?
Yeah, I'm pretty sure he is.
Him and what's his name from Taxi? The guy Andy Kaufman from Taxi. His
it
character.
might not
He's
be
from
actual.
Latvia.
It might not be actual Latvia, but it starts with an
Latvia.
L. I know that.
Yeah.
Wherever Doctor Doom's.
Okay. Yeah, sure.
Staying these days.
Let's say Latvia.
No, now I'm looking this
They have
up
the
because I
best
don't
metals.
know. Where does he? Stupid ads. I hate that ads are in everything now.
Ads are and everything. And by the way, let's take a small commercial break. We don't.
Hello Fresh. Sorry. Whatever. We'll just move forward with it. So he's at his castle. Here's something on the roof.
Yeah.
Of course, if you're Victor Von Doom, though, you have your evil lair just, floor to ceiling with traps. Obviously, you don't want anybody.
You are no pun intended, dooming a kid if you name him Victor Von Doom. Yeah.
Yep. But so Santa was just there to deliver presents.
Sure.
Got trapped in one of Doctor Doom's. Dr. Doom's. It is. That's all I pictured.
Was it like a bear trap or something?
No, well, it's a thing. Like it closes. I don't even know. It's kind of like a bear trap in a way, except with no teeth in it. And so like Santa steps on it, and when it closes, it around his neck.
Oh no!
So it it's like a collar around his neck, kind of, but he can't move.
Yeah.
Well, in the process of that, Santa gets hurt. This is Christmas. This is Christmas Eve night.
Man, come on! Don't tell me Dr. Doom has to deliver the rest of the presents.
Why do you think I chose this?
Oh man!
So, Dr. Doom realizes he hurt Santa. Goes and sets Santa up in a room in his castle.
Sure.
Because Dr. Doom is evil, but he's not that evil.
Sure. Well, I mean, it's like the Grinch.
Yeah. Oh, you'll find a lot of comparisons to that once we get done with this.
All right.
So
he's got a little dog.
Yeah. There's no Max. But
is that the dog's name? Max?
Yeah, Max.
Oh, okay.
So I used to know that like that is my favorite Christmas
Is it?
story. The
Yeah.
like the book and even the what is it like 69, 72, whenever
Something like that, yeah.
Yeah. And I'll watch it every year. And there was a point, I'm still decent, but there's a point I could basically quote that whole thing to you. Like that is my
That's
go-to.
excellent. Yeah.
But I was always a huge Dr. Seuss fan.
What did
So,
you think of the movie?
Which one? The 2018 one or
Jim
the Jim
Carrey.
Carrey one? I don't
Yeah.
watch it.
Yeah. There you go.
It's not like some people love it and
It's
that's
just
fine.
weird.
It's just not for me.
Too much makeup.
Mine, I just love the original too much. That
Yeah.
like even the 2018 one that Benedict Cumberbatch did, it's decent, but I still prefer the.
But that's an animated one, though.
yeah,
Right? Yeah.
yeah.
okay.
But still, I still definitely prefer the original.
I would like to see a Grinch movie with just normal people in it, and maybe one guy's green. No makeup.
just like take the story and
Yeah.
move it. But didn't we kind of
Yeah.
see that in Scrooged in a way? Well, no, not really.
Yeah, Scrooge is
more-
one of my favorites.
I
so
do love
it is
Scrooge, but
fantastic.
Scrooge is obviously more of a Christmas story than it's
Yeah, it is
like
Christmas story.
Christmas Pie.
and I hate that story. By the way,
the
I
Christmas Carol.
I have Christmas spirit. Don't anybody accuse me of not being in the mood or whatever. But the Christmas story, I've had enough.
Okay,
I'm good.
All
Thanks, Jacob Marley. Get out of here.
but there's so many different versions.
Yeah, that's the problem.
You can watch the Muppet one.
Well, now
You
that's
can watch
different.
the Disney one,
No.
which Scrooge plays. Why can I think
Boggle?
of the main dude?
Is it Scrooge McDuck?
Yeah, Scrooge
Yeah.
plays Ebenezer Scrooge.
Yeah.
Duh.
Scrooge McDuck plays
Scrooge
Ebenezer
plays-
Scrooge. Yeah.
I could honestly lost.
You were already
That's
saying Scrooge. That's what
played
Scrooge is. Yeah.
Scrooge. All right, back to Doctor
right.
Doom.
So he's killed Santa.
No, he's still alive.
Oh,
He's
okay.
injured Santa. Though.
Okay, good.
And Santa's like, I really got to deliver the rest of these presents tonight.
Yeah.
And Doctor Doom, being a good villain, goes, "What's in it for me?"
Yeah, sure.
And Santa tells him his heart's desire.
Mm.
Like he'll give him one present, whatever he wants, if he does it for him.
Pony.
So, for sure, Victor Von Doom says,
I
"I'm
want
down
the
for
X-Men
this."
dead.
Now he doesn't tell us what it is, but he dresses up like Santa and he decides he's going to go deliver presents.
Does he still have the helmet on and
The
everything?
mask, yeah, and the cape.
Ah, fantastic.
And he says, "Prepare yourself, creatures," because this is him talking to the reindeer. By the way,
Right.
he's getting ready to leave.
right, sure.
Prepare yourself, creatures. Away we will zoom. I'm the new monarch of Christmas. I am Santa Doom.
Oh, wonderful. Yeah, you know what? I don't hate that. I really don't hate that. That's okay. Look at him.
So we
Yeah,
have
nothing wrong with
Santa Doom, which is basically Doctor Doom dressed up in a Santa costume, but he did not take off his Doctor Doom costume.
Sure. Well, it's cold.
So he's wearing two costumes. It's so funny. It reminds me. I'll tell this story real quick, just because it fits in with everything else I went through this week.
Sure.
But my grandfather, when he was in high school,
Right.
he played on the high school baseball team.
Okay.
But also, the town where he lived at had a citywide softball team that were.
Is that where your love of baseball comes from?
Part of it.
Yeah.
Funny enough, one of the guys that he played with on this team, I would go down after he was widowed and he had nobody with him. I would go visit him after I got done. Like I'm in kindergarten, first grade and stuff.
Yeah, sure.
But he just liked the company, and I'd go over to his house and we'd watch Texas Rangers games together.
Oh, that's cool.
And so like it's a mix of all that.
That's
But
awesome.
so my grandpa's still in high school, but also played for this citywide team.
Right.
So he didn't know they played each other in an exhibition game, and he didn't know who he was going to play for.
Oh, wow.
So he wore one was the Frogs, was the softball team. He wore the Frogs uniform.
great name.
It is underneath his regular high school uniform.
Oh, that's
and just
awesome.
showed up wearing two uniforms,
Just in case.
hoping that he'd get to play on the softball.
What a
team.
guy. He was
And
prepped for anything.
and he did.
He brought a
And they
softball, a
won.
baseball, and a football.
And the rest of the players on the high school team were not happy with him because he played
Yeah.
for the softball team and they won.
So what?
But it was funny.
That's
So
great.
there you go. There's some real life.
What a
People
guy.
do wear two outfits at the same time.
Yeah.
Anyway, so just like Santa, he would have to go from house to house.
Sure.
Dr. Doom winds up in New York, obviously.
Yeah. Well,
because
why wouldn't you?
there's
Yeah.
he stops at Avengers Tower to deliver Christmas presents.
Okay.
There in Avengers Tower is Captain America,
Yeah.
somebody named Quasar,
Sure.
and somebody named Speedball.
Speedball. That's a bad name.
So I've looked these people up. I have not looked at
Speedball.
what they're known for. These are just...
Well, I think we know what Speedball's known for.
So Quasar is apparently the name of several fictional superheroes.
Mm-hmm. Also made wonderful TVs.
They are noted for having worn the quantum bands, advanced ancient alien technology that grants the wearer awesome powers. So basically, Quasar just wears these cool alien wristbands that give him power.
Well, he's like the 10 Rings guy.
Yeah.
Shang-Chi?
Yeah. And I just watched that.
I hope
That's
I
actually
said
really
it
good.
right. Yeah.
If it's wrong, blame Mike.
Yep.
So then we also have
Cards and letters.
cards and letters. I can't see what Speedball's power is.
It's heroin.
Force field.
Heroin is his power.
Force field generation and energy blast.
Ah, okay. The heroin. Yeah.
There you go. He was made in 1988. Just kind of, but like the pictures of him,
Yeah.
like it's just honestly like different colors and stuff around him.
Oh, I have seen this dude. He has a very Spider-Man look to him, but then he has the big golden hair,
Yeah.
and then he's got the weird polka dots on his shoes and hands.
Yep. So that's Speedball. So those three,
Speedball. Come on.
Speedball, Quasar, and Captain America, follow Doom
Donkey Boy.
because they're like, he's got to be up to something.
Sure.
They follow him too. If you're a supervillain, where do you go to deliver presents next after you've delivered them to part of your foes? You go to more foes, and
Sure.
he goes to what's the tower? The Fantastic Tower or whatever, where the
Yeah.
Fantastic Four are.
Tower of Four.
Yeah,
I don't know what it's called.
I think it looks like a giant four, doesn't it?
I think it does, yeah.
So he stops at the giant four in the middle of New York.
I have a feeling, by the way, this is an aside, but we just mentioned it. I have a feeling that in the movies, we're about to see the Avengers Tower change hands and the Fantastic Four buy it.
You know, the guy who directed, his name is John Watts, I believe. John or Josh Watts. John Watts. Who directed all three of these Spider-Man movies. His next project is the Fantastic Four movie.
That's great.
So
I'm super excited about that because that gets us that much closer to Silver Burper.
you want Silver Burper?
I want Silver Surfer, but sure.
Is that a all-timer for you? Like, do you live? Okay.
Silver Surfer was always my favorite, yeah.
That's cool. Then I hope
Those comics are just so deep.
Yeah. Well, I've always wondered how they would ever get to Galactus or anything. Maybe that's what Phase 4 is setting up. I don't think you can do Galactus. I really don't.
I think you can. I think he's kind of this mythical space thing, though. I don't know that he's necessarily. Well, I don't know.
He eats.
He eats planets, man.
Yeah. Like that's got to be tough to do. But okay,
It's got to be tough to do.
Well, that's a lot to eat.
Sure.
I know that he can like expand his size and stuff, but still, I will always say Galactus had a nice helmet.
He does have a wonderful helmet.
That purple helmet.
Yeah.
It's always pretty cool looking.
Yeah.
But so Dr. Doom goes to the Fantastic Four Tower,
Right.
where he lays out the presents, turns around, and now all of them are there
Oh no.
to see him, and they obviously expect that he's up to no good.
What the?
This leads to a fight between all of them that somehow local children see.
Okay.
And one of the little girls,
Yeah.
very Cindy Lou Who like little blonde haired girl, giant blue eyes.
Yeah.
Santa, why are y'all fighting? No, they're my helpers.
Yeah.
Like, we're here to do this. They realize what's going on.
We're
they
wrestling.
stop fighting.
Yeah.
The little girl, because she thinks Dr. Doom is Santa,
Okay.
gives him her teddy bear to
Little girl is not a genius.
no,
Okay.
but gives him her teddy bear and says, thank you for basically all you do for everybody else.
Sure.
Dr. Doom, we see they go through him and the Avengers and the Fantastic Four. They all deliver presents. They've decided not to fight. They all deliver presents.
That day, Dr. Doom shed one tear and it rusted his whole face.
Couple weeks later,
Yeah.
Santa is ready to leave.
Okay.
He's healed
He's
up.
all healed up.
And he tells Dr. Doom, all right, I'm ready to go. And Dr. Doom's basically just like, that's fine,
I hope he splinted his leg with like two big candy canes.
No, he seems just fine to
Dang
go.
it.
And he's basically now, your wish, what do you want? And Dr. Doom goes, I'm good.
Really?
Yeah. And Santa's like,
Wow.
basically, you sure? He's like, no, I'm good. Santa goes and leaves, and there's a picture of Dr. Doom holding the teddy bear from the little girl.
Oh, what a guy.
And there you go.
That's the whole story?
That's the whole story.
Oh, dear God.
It was super short.
Yeah.
And I know us.
That's
and
why.
I know that we can turn a 5-minute story into 45 minutes.
Yeah.
So I didn't worry about that too much. But
Wow.
so Santa Doom is one issue.
Yeah.
And he hurts Santa Claus.
Mm-hmm.
Has to be Santa Claus.
Mm-hmm.
Gets attacked by the Avengers and the Fantastic Four.
Yeah.
In the process of them fighting, little girl says, "What's going on?"
Mm-hmm.
Oh, no, we're really all just helpers. They decide to work together.
Yeah.
Dr. Doom gets a bear. Apparently, this teddy bear from this little girl means more to Dr. Doom than anything Santa could have given him. So, and that's how it ends. Merry Christmas, everyone.
Well, had they known, you know, I mean, they could have stopped a lot of crap from going on. Just give the guy a teddy bear.
Yeah. Well, if I'm Dr. Doom too, like, why can't you just keep the teddy bear and then ask for something else?
That's true, too.
Like, you're a super
You
villain.
are a supervillain and you're not thinking very forward.
Why would you be content? Supervillains are never content.
No, it's kind of their thing. Yeah.
So,
maybe he wanted tenure, but it wasn't available.
Maybe.
Yeah.
I read through. That tenure joke always gets me. Like, how you say it, and I go, yeah, and then it hits me. I'm like, yeah, maybe it was.
They all want tenure.
I read through a bunch of different other just like, and I say I didn't read through the comics themselves, but trying to just look for like Christmas stories. You'd be surprised how many people like run into Santa during the stories.
Yeah, just like boom, turn around.
But
there's
apparently
Santa.
Stan Lee just wasn't a big fan of him because from like 1960 to the early 1970s, like they didn't have a single one in Marvel. The 90s, there were a lot. There's one where I almost covered. I know we talked about Hitman before when we talked about the. Oh my goodness, and I'm forgetting their names now. It was Violator and Dog Welder and
Violator.
You remember
Wonderful
that
name.
group? It's like episode 3. We talked about the group that he was in.
Not Captain Carrot and his zoo crew.
No, it was the group of Dog Welder.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
They're like the offshoots.
Something
the
6.
The bad people.
The Section 6, or I don't remember what they are.
Yeah.
It might have been Section 6.
Yeah.
But I know we talked about Hitman in there because that was the first appearance of Dog Welder. There is a Hitman storyline where like this guy at an office party gets knocked into like a vat of chemicals by the drunk guy dressed up as Santa.
Yeah.
So he survives and realizes that his powers allow him to basically like burn people from the inside. Like he touches them and so he decides to dress up like Santa and go to the local mall.
Oh, good.
But I decided that was obviously
That seems a little rough.
yeah. I didn't feel like it's the holiday season.
Is he burning like little kids on the inside?
I didn't watch it all.
Oh,
The only
okay.
thing that they have the picture from is apparently Hitman catches it. And the main picture from the story is Hitman with a gun in Santa's mouth. And I was like,
That's great.
I don't think that's what I'm going for with this. But there are a lot of weird Christmas stories out
Santa
there.
with a gun in his mouth.
Yeah.
Wow.
I guess we'll close it out with this, Mike.
that was good though.
Yeah,
that was great.
no, it was a decent little story.
But I do understand why there were no Santa running intos like early on because it is kind of cheesy.
It
I
is.
mean,
Well, apparently more recently, Iron Man and Dr. Doom team up again and they have to fight Santa. So
Yeah.
Dr. Doom's ran into Santa multiple times.
what a crazy pair.
Dude. So
Iron Man and Dr. Doom together.
I am actually going to see Spider-Man tonight.
Spider-Man.
And we talked about it a little bit
Yeah.
about us going and stuff. And you asked if I'd stayed off like and for the most part I have. There was
Like
some
social
of it.
media and all that stuff, yeah.
For the most part there were certain things that I wanted to
You
make
just can't
sure
get away from it. Honestly, you really can't.
You can't.
Yeah.
And then like my curiosity just got the best of me.
Mm-hmm.
So everybody's seen the trailers, and if you don't want to hear anything, I'm giving you 3 seconds right now to finish this sentence
warning.
to go ahead and stop it. And actually, this is probably what we're going to talk about before we close out the show.
Yeah, let's do that.
We'll
Let's
see
get
you
into
next
this.
week
Bye,
if
guys.
you want to. All right. So
Spider-Man.
the things that for me that I'd heard that I really wanted to know about were one, I watched the second Venom movie.
Mm-hmm.
Obviously, at the end of there,
Yeah.
the second Venom movie,
There's that weird.
there's the
bubble.
weird tease.
Mm-hmm.
So
Where
I
Sony and Marvel all of a sudden got along.
I just Googled,
Yeah.
it was just like, is Venom in there?
Mm-hmm.
And it says, yes, after credit scene, didn't read past it. Like, I
Right.
just wanted
Right.
confirmation before I go in.
Venom's in the new one?
Yeah, apparently
Ooh.
there's something in a post scene,
Oh, boy.
post credit. So
Oh,
obviously
boy, oh,
not
boy.
in, or at least that's what I read. Watch it be wrong.
Yeah, sure.
Um,
People, that's the other thing. The internet's wonderful because it'll give you all the information,
But it could be
but
wrong.
it often gives you wrong information.
exactly.
Just because someone thought it was funny.
We knew, obviously, with the villains, and we talked about it
Yeah.
with the other Spider-Man.
Yeah,
And obviously Disney or Marvel never mentioned it.
sure.
And I knew, like, I felt like it's going to happen.
Yeah,
But I did a quick Google just to make sure,
right.
because it raises your hope. Like, all these villains are here, and they could still do it in a way of where they're like, but the Spider-Man don't show up.
Uh-huh.
Because, and like, you couldn't get mad at them because they never said.
They're all there.
Yeah, they are. But I mean, like, you couldn't get mad at them because they never said that's what
Just
it
the
did.
fact that they brought it up and it kept getting brought up.
Yeah. But
Now-
so they are there.
Are both Mary Jane and...
That I don't know.
Okay.
I just know about we will get all three Spider-Man.
What's the other one? Mary Jane and...
MJ.
Yeah, but
Oh, Gwen Stacy.
Gwen Stacy. There we
Yeah, they use Gwen Stacy and Andrew Garfield.
go. Mm-hmm.
Dennis Leary was Gwen Stacy's dad.
Oh,
Which is a
really?
weird
Oh,
cat,
see,
yeah.
I never watched that one. I didn't watch any of the Garfield ones.
I like Garfield as.
I feel like I need to watch them all of a sudden, though, before I watch this.
No, I don't think you do.
Well,
like I watch.
I mean, I need to know what's his name's deal is as Electro.
yeah,
I don't know, man.
I don't know.
They just don't get me excited. Those Garfield ones for some reason.
well, you know that was one of the reasons, or that was one of the requests that I read that Jamie Foxx made
Yeah.
for him to come back. He was like, I don't want to be blue. Like, make me look like a.
Oh, really?
Yeah, which is good because he looks like
Yeah.
an actual,
Yeah.
good Electro villain now.
Yeah.
But and then the last thing,
I don't want to be blue.
I don't want to be blue.
Any other colors, fine.
The last thing, which was more for me,
Mm-hmm.
but I had to look because I'd heard rumblings for a long time.
Right.
Did you ever watch Daredevil on Netflix? I did.
No, but I feel like I need to watch that now too. Since everybody is coming back.
Well,
all
yeah,
of a sudden.
I don't think you're gonna need to watch
Really?
it for this. Yeah, because his scene from
I've heard
what
the
I've read-
guy's really good.
Charlie Cox.
Yeah.
Oh, he's dude. Daredevil was my favorite
Okay.
out of them.
Okay.
Simply because Charlie Cox is really good as Daredevil.
Yeah.
Vincent D'Onofrio is fantastic as Kingpin.
And he's back.
Yes, which I love.
All of
and,
a sudden.
and I think that since we're getting 3 more Spider-Man movies,
Mm-hmm.
and now that they're showing you that, okay, we'll use people from like the TV shows
Mm-hmm.
are kind of connected. If Vincent D'Onofrio could play Kingpin with this Tom Holland Spider-Man, it would be really good.
No kidding, right?
Because his Kingpin is so good.
Just Kingpin and Spider-Man together.
Oh,
That's
yeah. Well,
the way it should be.
Yeah, because that's one of Spider-Man's big bads.
Yeah, it's either Kingpin or Green Goblin.
Exactly.
I mean, that's really...
So, but I'd heard rumblings a while back that Charlie Cox, who plays Matt Murdock
Yeah.
and Daredevil, might be in it.
Right.
And he is.
Yeah, that's
So
cool.
I read that one's just a super quick scene, like a super quick
Did you
cameo
see the
that I read.
scene?
I just read the scene.
Okay, so what I've read is that he's going to be in that yellow suit. You know, the yellow and red
The yellow
suit?
and red one?
Yeah.
That's not my favorite.
No,
but
it's not. It's like putting the X-Men in their original ones.
See, I like the original X-Men
yeah, but
ones.
they're kind of goofy.
They are goofy. But
I just don't know how you translate that into
I don't know how you
movie.
do. Why would you do that? Because the suits he has in the show is the
Yeah,
red, and
that's
it
what I'm
looks
saying.
fantastic.
Just do the red one, man.
Or even if you wanted to have him in for the first season, he's in the basic black one where it's
Oh,
just
is
all
he?
like black, where
Yeah.
he just ties
Yeah.
it kind of like,
Mm-hmm.
But the scene that I read about, basically, it's just a teaser in a way.
Mm-hmm.
Like there's a part where they're talking, yada, 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 and like a brick comes through the building. Now, this is like in the first part of the movie.
Mm-hmm.
And Daredevil grabs it, and Peter kind of looks at him shocked, and he's like, "How do you did that?" And he just goes, "I'm just a really good lawyer." And they just move on. But they tease it. But the fact that it's actually Charlie Cox playing
Yeah,
Daredevil
that's super cool, man.
is stoked for me. So I looked up those 3 things.
Mm-hmm.
After I got done with that, I was like, I'm not touching anything else. Because I will honestly then just ruin some of the stuff of this movie for me.
Yeah, I've
if I
heard
let it
there's
go too
like
much.
3 or 4 scenes. I think 3, maybe.
Okay.
Yeah, I've heard there's a bunch.
I'm stoked for this.
Yeah. Yeah. Good luck to you, man.
Thank you.
Like I said, I tried to go and the movie theater wanted $46 for me and my wife to go see a movie. And I said, no, thank you.
To sit in
They want you to
seats,
sit
right?
in a D box, which is a bad name. Number one, the D box. But
So, never mind. I was
yeah,
gonna make a terrible
exactly.
joke.
See, that's it. And then when you sit in the D box, it shakes you around and pushes you on the butt and things like that.
Can I tell you something that is super inappropriate, but I just thought of?
Do it.
Especially since it's movie related.
Mm-hmm.
The D box sounds like it's the rigged up popcorn box that you brought. And they're like, hey,
That's right.
we're going to the movie today. And I brought the D box.
That's right. Yeah. Just wait till Cheryl finds
Yeah,
out.
and you're just shaking your head at your friend who thought that was a great idea, and you're just like, oh, this is gonna be bad.
Number one, how do you get the box in?
Yeah,
but sure.
Yeah. It's like I brought the D box, and you're just like, please don't.
I'll hold my hand under this hole while you fill it with popcorn. Yeah. Oh, my hole's all greasy. Yeah.
Oh,
yeah. It's
man.
awful.
Well, here's the thing too, though. The fact that ever was
That's true. Yeah.
who thought?
I don't know.
I'm gonna hide in popcorn.
I don't know, man. That's such a bad idea.
Sorry.
Why not Junior Mints? I don't know.
Oh man.
Just put it right there in the Junior Mints.
All right.
It's chocolate covered with a minty center.
So there you go.
Yuck.
Don't forget. Don't be your creepy friend. Leave your D box at home.
That's
if you're
right.
going
Leave
to
your
the
D box
movies.
at home, and it'll cost you $20 less.
Oh man.
So, Zach, tell them where to find us and all that kind of stuff.
You can find us on Instagram, Bros, Foes, Heroes. Email us, brosfoesandheroes@gmail.com.
Nice.
Also, follow Rogue Media.
Yeah, roguemedianetwork.com.
There you go.
Or on Instagram, roguemedianetwork.com, and something like that.
Okay. Still, for all your podcast needs,
Yeah.
Mike's been reading some stories. They're actually pretty good.
I have been reading some stories. Yes, Story Dog. Check it out with your kids.
There you
Because
go.
it's totally appropriate.
Yeah. See, this one's not,
Eh,
but
it wasn't that bad until we got to the D box.
Yeah. Just skip the D box part, so you don't have to explain that to your kids.
D box. That's where they keep the ducks, honey.
Exactly.
Yeah.
But yeah, story dogs. So that was a weird.
It was.
I love how we talked about your family friendly podcast
and then went to
after
the
the
D
box.
box. Yeah.
Well, I love that we have now coined a phrase for that. It's the D box.
It's the D box. Yeah.
Yeah.
The poppin' D. All right. Well, you know what, Zach? Merry Christmas, Happy Holidays, all of that to you and your family and everybody.
Yes, sir.
Involved with you.
The
I
same.
guess.
The same
Kind of
to,
petered out there.
to you and yours.
Thank you.
This was our Christmas edition, I guess.
Yeah.
I'm gonna try to work on something. We might not have a new one till 2022.
Yeah, it'll probably be January.
But
yeah.
I think I want to try to put something together that's kind of a recap of stuff in 2021.
I like that.
Or maybe it might just be Mike and I talking about our favorite and least favorite comic book things from the previous year.
I like that
We
too.
can figure something out.
Maybe
but
we just talk about the movies.
that's what we can just basically recap all
I think
the.
that'd be cool. Yeah.
Let's do okay. Then our next episode, we'll just plan it right now. Our
This
next
is how
episode,
we plan, folks. We do it live.
on the fly with
Yeah.
you involved. You should feel like you're a part of this podcast.
Come
You're
get
part
in
of
the-
the planning session.
Come get in the D box with us.
I don't know if there's how many hands can you fit in the D box?
Oh God,
So that was way too.
that's a T-shirt. How many hands can you fit in my D
I shouldn't have
box?
made the D box joke because this is what's just unrailing the whole podcast. But
Yeah, we'll just talk about all the TV shows, movies, all that kind of stuff. How they interact with each other.
Yeah.
and those sorts of things.
Do we
I
just
think
want to
that'll be
focus
fun.
on this last year or just in general?
I think just this last year. Yeah.
Okay, so that means I got a lot of Marvel stuff to watch between now and then. So I saw the first episode of WandaVision. That's it.
You got 2 weeks, Zach. Get on it.
I got 2 weeks to watch a
Yeah.
lot, and that gives you all 2 weeks too, if you want to catch up on it before
true.
we talk about it. Just know that we will probably be off topic, and we will focus on the stuff that is not storyline related. But
true.
that's how we do it
Who
because it's
cares?
fun.
Yeah.
Until next time, again, I'm Zach. He's Mike. This has been Bros, Foes, and Heroes. Merry Christmas to you and yours. Have a safe and happy holidays.
Golly God, ho ho ho.
Bros and foes and heroes. Gonna tell you about bros and foes and heroes. Gonna tell you about. This has been a Rogue Media podcast.